Wrestling, welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Zach Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The rookie from Coastal Carolina. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Henderson. And he got blown up on that play. At the 20. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. again. Simeon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And take it right on the 30. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Second down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, Lynch. Room here to run. And he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run again on first down, Lynch. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, the run with Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, It's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run again with Lynch. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Following the penalty, Lynch. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their throws.
They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll run with Henderson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Now Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 1st down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders. carry is Henderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
To throw on second is Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Blue Liner. Blue. Watching that party.
From the gun, here's Simeon. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Gives to Lynch on the draw. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Try and run for this. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Finding some room at midfield. And he is knocked down from the side. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Henderson, and an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Fake the handoff. Now Simeon. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
On first down, it's Simeon. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Carr going to give to Olawale. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Lynch running the counter, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw with Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. As they run the counter play. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. So they're going to go for 2. To throw his Carr. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Simeon. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On first down, Carr in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On second down, here's Carr. It's caught by Crabtree. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Simeon. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And just shutting him off there. Evades the tackler, and now some space. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Looking deep down. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Carr gives to Marshawn. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Gun, Simeon. And he fires one incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Simeon. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. And as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw on second is Simeon. And he rifles one incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Carr to throw on second down. Roberts with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Throwing on first down is Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, 41 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. The toss running left. That's Henderson. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Toss play to Lynch. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A toss play. This is Lynch. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and He's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On the handoff, Lynch. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here's a give to Lynch. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The pitch out to Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this would be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second and 10, Simeon again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue, let's go. Over. Back down it up, Billy, here we go.
Now Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So out come the Raiders. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.